What is up, my people? I am a little bit under the weather. I got some allergies for some reason, um, and I got to take care of it. But we're gonna push through. We're gonna power through it and talk about these characters. And so far, I think we're gonna get about 5 teams, and we're gonna get 20 characters, which is what we kind of know about it. Now the other ones are mystery characters, and but we still need 3 teams, right? And from those 3 teams, we have one of the characters have already been chosen. If you could see here, we got Doctor Doom, Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider, and Star Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy. And all of these guys kind of belong to certain teams in my personal opinion, except for Doctor Doom. But if we think about it, Doctor Doom could be team villains. Okay, that's what we're thinking he could be, unless there's a certain team that he has already joined within the Marvel universe, which I don't think there is. I'm thinking, and I want to believe that Doctor Doom is going to be team villain. Because right now, from what I see here in this list, the X-Men is Storm, Magic, Wolverine, and I believe her name is Danger, which is from what I hear, because I really didn't know she existed. From what I hear, she's a kind of like or not a reincarnation, like the embodiment or the physical form of Cerebro, or something like that. And then we got the Avengers, which is Spider-Man, Captain America, Miss Marvel, and Iron Man. That is, excuse me, that is the Avengers team. So if you know anything about Spider-Man, you know that he's an Avenger, right? If you saw the TV show, there's a TV show on Disney where it's all about him joining the Avengers and trying to fit into the Avengers and stuff like that. And he meets Captain America, he meets Wolverine, he meets a whole bunch of other Avengers. Wolverine was, I think, for a little bit part of the Avengers. I believe. And so was Spider-Man. And also, if you guys see this version of Spider-Man, you'll see all the technology, all the tech that he has in his suit. And you know that this is the version of him that joins the Avengers. Because that's where he gets most of his tech from. It's from Iron Man. So let's move on here to kind of breaking down these other teams. So obviously Robbie Reyes is going to be team dark heroes or mystic heroes, kind of like what do we call it? Midnight Suns type of deal, right? So this includes guys like well let's get into it because I think the Monster Hunter, Miss Bloodstone, I believe her name is going to join the team of Dark Warriors or Midnight Warriors, which pretty much means like kind of like paranormal, magic-y type of ghost type things. You know what I mean? Like in the paranormal realm, like the magic realm, and I think she's going to definitely be part of the team because she's one of these characters that have recently been popular, have recently appeared in a lot of these games. It's not necessarily as popular, I believe, in the comic book world or even in the old school comic book heads. They're not really gonna know who she is. I believe, but in recent games, she's been pretty popular, and I think she's gonna be and also there's going to be a lot of female representation in the game. Um, at least that's what I believe. I think um, they're going to try to balance it out very well, and I think she's a good option for this team. Another pick is definitely Blade. I think it would be a mistake for them not to include Blade in the opening, in like the basic teammates that you're gonna get. And I think Blade is he's a midnight. He's one of the Midnight Suns. He he has to be in there. And I think if he's not there in the basic roster or in the starting team roster, he's definitely going to be a DLC. But we're just gonna have to see. I think he'd be a perfect option. I'm trying to think of who else, but I think, let me see. Doctor Strange is gonna be is gonna definitely be gonna be in this team. We're gonna call it Team Midnight Suns. Uh, I think that's what we're gonna call him, right? And so yeah, so that's who it's gonna be. It's gonna be Robbie Reyes, Doctor Strange, Blade, and Miss Bloodstone, and I think that would complete the first team and the dark team or the magic team. Um, could there be other people that could be involved? I mean, maybe Moon Knight. Okay, Moon Knight is a good option. That could replace one of these guys. Who else? Um, I know there's like a big green slob monster that I get confused with because I know DC has one. So that guy could be in here too. So I'm saying, like, this is the ones I think are gonna be in here. They're kind of basic if you think about it, but I think that's gonna complete this team. That's gonna complete Team Dark Magic or whatever you want to call it. Now let's move on to Team what was the other team? Team Star Lord. Now, Team Star Lord, I think is going to be mostly people that have joined the Guardians of the Galaxy, and this one I think is going to be mostly females, right? Or at least it's going to be balanced to where, I'm thinking two females and two males, right? But at first I was thinking about it. I was like, man, let's make it all females and just Star Lord by himself. But I found it kind of hard to do that because even though there is a lot of females that have joined the Guardians of the Galaxy, they're not as popular, and they're not like, thinking about them. I was thinking about them. It's like they're not that worthy of being in a game. Because in a game you need fighters. You need people that wield swords or shoot guns or have that ability to do things like that. So Gamora is definitely, in my opinion, going to be in the game, either, like I said, starting lineup or DLC. She's definitely going to be in there, no question whatsoever, in my opinion. Another one is Fela Vale, I believe her name is. And Fela Vale, she's been in a lot of games lately. And I think she's going to be in this one too. She has a big ass sword, power sword. I believe she was in that beat 'em up game, right? She's one of the main ones that I was looking at. Like, yeah, she looks like she could fight. So, and I think she's going to be in this one too. I think she'd be perfect for the game. And she was once one of the Guardians of the Galaxy, so she's definitely. And for those of you who don't know who she is, I barely know who she is. She's like the daughter of Captain Marvel, and she's artificially made somehow. I have no idea, but she's just like she's just like one of these cocky warrior type, kind of like Wonder Woman mixed with like Black Knight or something like that. I don't know. But she's definitely going to be in there. And also, 2-for-1, Groot and Rocket Raccoon. I think they're going to be in there. I hope they're in there. And I think they'd be a great team. It's just going to be good if they're in there. For me personally, I think it would be good if they're both in their teamed up together, like as one character. But who knows? Maybe they'll separate them. I think they belong together because they're part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think they should be in the team together. That's just my personal opinion. So, and yeah, that's gonna be it. It's gonna be Star-Lord, Groot, and Rocket Raccoon as one. Fela and yo girl Gamora. But let's move on to the one that everybody wants to talk about, and the one that a lot of, especially the old heads, can't seem to figure out. I guess who's gonna be in this team. I think it's very easy, guys. I think Scarlet Witch has to be part of Team Villain. Okay, she just has to be, and I know she's not always a villain, but I feel like she's gonna be in Team Villain. That's just my opinion. I think she's gonna be Team Villain, and I think she has the power to be part of the big dogs. Be part of like people that could bend time, that are in what would you call that? What do you call that? Cosmic power. And I think Thanos is going to be in there too. Thanos has to be in there. Imagine Thanos and Doctor Doom in a team villain. And of course, you're going to be able to mix and match all of these guys, but I think Thanos and Scarlet Witch are going to be in Team Villain. I think it has to happen, dude. And I think it's gonna happen. Galactus, bro, it's gonna be crazy if they do that. Which I don't know if they will, but I believe they will. And that's pretty much the team: Galactus, Thanos, Scarlet Witch, and of course Doctor Doom. Now, of course, that may not be what happens. They may choose somebody else. If they do choose somebody else, I think their best choice should be Dormammu, right? And they should switch him up with Galactus, or I don't want them to switch him off with Thanos, because I like Thanos. He's one of my favorite villains ever, especially in the movie, in games. But if you have to switch him with anybody, switch him with Dormammu. I think Dormammu is one of these villains that is iconic and needs to be in the game. So, but I think it's gonna be Doctor Doom, Galactus, Thanos, and Scarlet Witch. That's my pick for Team Villain. You guys let me know what you guys think. If you have anybody else in mind,